Welcome back to Shift Your Shit, Kill Your Fear. My name is Marielle, and I'm here to get you more clear. And my mission here is to end human suffering. And where does suffering start and end is in the mind. So here today, I'm going to activate your mind so that you can live more from soul. And that is truly the ultimate manifestation that we want to bring into our worlds. We're so inundated by the noise of what's going to bring us the love, the peace, the relationships, the house, the car, and we're missing the point that you are wanting those things so that you feel what? Better, good enough, whole, complete, abundant. But you're missing the point when you don't realize that that is a feeling within, that nothing in the physical world can give you that long lasting. And if you were to just have to pick, do I want to have something that is here just for a moment and feeling good versus a lifetime? I don't know anyone that would choose just for the moment. And that's what we're doing when we're aiming to things outside of us, before we are doing the internal connection. If you're feeling peace, love, wholeness inside, the physical stuff is just that extra bonus cherry on top. And again, if you're always going to those things, it'll never feel good enough. And when you realize that things don't feel good enough right now, look at your life. What things don't feel good enough? And what you're ultimately saying is, I'm not good enough. Notice that. I'm not good enough. There's programs and conditions around this. What would it be like for a moment to live in a state where everything is good enough right now? Just if you can tap into that for one moment, even if you close the eyes off as you can, this moment of everything is good enough right now. Even if your mind's fighting you, just tap into even a version of you. Even if you have to go to a place where your identity is the things that you have, and you're you can't tap into without having to go to another version of you. Fine, go to another version of you where everything is good enough. And not because of anything outside of you, because of how you feel internally of you. I am good enough. That's the unraveling. Now, if you don't know me already, I like to give you the soul punches in the most beautiful way, kind, gentle way. But you are addicted to this version of you right now. You are addicted to the identity of you right now. Because it's familiar and it's comfortable. So if we really get real with ourselves, what things am I putting up with myself and how I show up in the world, and the behaviors and actions, words I speak, things I think? Are you running it, or is it running you? And all of this, again, is an invitation just to get more real with you. That's how we become more free, is that we get to be ourselves. I am free to be me. Again, you can close the eyes for a moment and breathe in. I am free to be me. Maybe even notice how the breath feels, even just staying that, speaking that, being in that. I am free to be me. And you don't have to know what that fully means, because we're here in this world to continue to learn and unlearn who we be. But as you state that and be in that energy, you're going to start to see the things that come in, the things that fall away, that are aligning and not aligning to who you really be. But you have to release the addiction to the identity of you right now in order to open up to the possibility. Because you're feeding the lack. And lack is an illusion. No animal in the world is feeling of lack. If you ask them, like, do you feel lack today? They're like, what do you mean? And that's all program conditioning. And another area I'm going to go into, I'm going to take you on a journey today. So the idea of addicted to your identity and just noticing that, right? Your current reality right now. And just opening up time and space to go, what pieces am I addicted to that I actually don't really want? And that will open you up so much. The next angle we're going to go into is the idea of anxiety or worry, overthinking. I want you to use this mantra the next few days and just notice how it goes for you. The mind wants to predict and protect. That's its job. To predict, to protect. If you get that, you got the gold. My mind is just here to predict and to protect. And when you realize that, doing it the best job it can, and when you can share in the mind, I don't know, or we don't know, right? The mind is looping about a future thing, or you're thinking about what the best, worst, it's good or bad about something. If you respond with, I don't know, or we don't know, you can set the mind free. It's like the mind, think of it like a blue ball bouncing around in a jail cell. And it's just like, ah, that's a looping, perseverating, overthinking. And all you do is, I don't know, we don't know. It's like the lock to the key to the lock. And it opens the jail bar door, and the ball is, and it just goes out. And maybe just rolls and stops at one point or gets to go bounce somewhere else, but not in your mind. We are unlocking the prisons of the mind. And really, it just wants to know. We're so uncomfortable with the unknown, but that is the point here. Think about the unknown. Change the word unknown if it's uncomfortable for you, and go the mystery of life. We are here for the mystery of life. If you knew every day what was going to happen at every moment, do you really think that would be fun and enjoyable and an adventure? So really, if we actually look at this, and I love to bring humor into it, let's say you could know everything in your life that would happen. Do you really want to wake up to that every day? And so the mind would say, yes, 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 but your soul is here and chose to be here for the journey of it, to experience the mystery or the unknown. Again, one of my favorite things to do is if you're starting to see that mind going, just start singing the Frozen Into the Unknown. Sing it, play it, dance to it, because that is why we're here. And once you can see that there's no threat, and that with any outcome that would occur of something, you would be okay, aka you would survive and be alive at the end of it, you have won. So a lot of the work that I do with people, they'll say something that has happened in their life, and the question is, did you survive it? Because you're here today. And that's not to dismiss what happened, but going, you are strong and you survived it. Wow. Let's celebrate that. So often we're focusing on the negative things of things, or the things that we wanted to shift, change, or control, manipulate, versus what things were good, what things we can celebrate, what things we can appreciate to appreciate. Your mind is your biggest asset, so what are you doing with it that's going to bring more possibilities and feed the lack and limitations? Again, the constraints, the prisons of the mind. How can you expand your capacity to lean more into possibilities and miracles? The experience of your life is the questions you ask. When you're in your mind a lot, you're not asking questions. You're just giving known information that's only known just now in the past, and it's feeding that over and over again. Start asking questions to open up and unlock possibilities. I wonder what could happen. I'm curious if, how will this show up? What could this look like? Start asking the questions to again unlock the jail cells of this addiction to this past self of you. If nothing changes in the way that you talk to yourself, nothing's going to change. So we change words. Words are wands. Words are powerful. I speak that so much here. We get to change the narratives, the stories. That's what unlocks and changes it all. So notice what words expand you, what words constrict you, what conversation sentences that you say, that you be, that you listen to in your mind expand you versus constrict you. Start there. Now I want to go back to, and know everything is landing perfectly how it's supposed to for you right now as you're even listening. You don't have to even do anything after this, and things have shifted. But also you'll see what things spark you to do after this, and I invite you to take some kind of action, even with one nugget. Don't dive in and do all the things. Pick one thing that you're going to shift from here. A narrative, a word, a perspective. One addiction to the old identity you're going to release or try on something different. I always love to, when you're in gratitude, judgment can't live. When you're in gratitude, judgment can't live there. When you're in curiosity, control can't live there. So anytime you're in judgment of self, really it's always going to be of self first. Step into gratitude. Whenever you're noticing you want to grip and strangle and hold and control, step into curiosity. That's where these new identities of you can come in, even stronger, and even more certain, and of clarity and freedom. And I want to end today with a story that's really been landing with me. And we're going to change a little bit of a direction today. But these kind of 3 areas, I'm giving you kind of the 3 ice cream scoop, and you get to decide what your favorite flavor is today. I'm going to transition into unconditional love because it's been something that's been so much on my heart and is my mission to be and to see more in the world and to mirror to others, to continue for us to get as close as possible as we can to it, because our world and the consciousness of our world, the world would change. The leaders in our world would change. How we'd feel in this energy of the world would change if we could tap more into that. And so I'm so grateful for you to be here on the journey, because I know if you're here and listening, you desire that too. And what is this unconditional love? And I had, if you don't know already, I work with students on the spectrum as well, and it is the most profound experience. And the souls that I work with are just as close to unconditional love that I've ever witnessed. And they're just who they be. And autism is such a, I think, even growing more and more of awareness and of people desiring for support and connection and to be heard and seen with their different abilities. And I heard this story recently that there were these parents, and their child was like screaming and rolling on the ground, and when they were very young, and just doing these different things and wobbling, like doing all these different things with their body. And because again, they were trying to be able to communicate with these different abilities. And instead of the parents trying to fix or change or, anything about it, there was this profound moment, and it still just touched me every time I think of it. Their child is, doing these doing these different kind of things on the ground and wiggling and rolling and making these sounds. And what do the parents do? They join them. They just get on the floor with them, and they start wiggling and rolling and making the sounds with them. What are they doing? They're meeting their child where they're at. They're going, okay, that's making sense to you right now. We'll join you. We'll be here with you in it. And what occurred from this, as they did many things in this way of just, I would call that unconditional love, because it's not them wanting to condition their child in any way. It's going, I'm just going to be here with you in whatever is showing up for you, of how it's expressing itself, how you're expressing yourself right now, as if nothing was wrong about it. And what ends up happening is their son ends up doing extraordinary things in this world, for one, but two, they'd said had transitioned out of autism. Now, whatever that means to anybody, right, is all, I think, our perspective. But I look at this as unconditional love heals. I think anything is reversible in that place and space. So if you think about it, a lot of the traumas, the stucknesses, the beliefs, the limiting beliefs are from childhood and from messages that we picked up. And it's not anyone's fault. It's just what had occurred in the mind to protect you. Imagine a version of you that along the way, you have this belief that you are perfect just the way you are, that you are whole and complete. And that's what that boy got to experience from the parents mirroring to him, you're perfect the way you are. And that's what healed these things for him. So if unconditional love heals, doing it for others, that's why it's so, I think the number one thing to do is to learn how to be unconditionally loving to yourself, because that heals. What if every cell of your body would be of well-being and of perfect, permanent, divine health if you tapped into unconditional love every day, every moment? And I think of this story so much as a good metaphor and reminder. How can I meet myself where I'm at with that? And not judge it. Anytime that people come to me and they're sharing about how they're judging other people, I'm always going to have it go back. Where are you judging yourself? That's the work. We can't control other people. And again, the parents weren't trying to control their son. They were meeting them where they were at and not judging it. So I want to end with that powerful story, because I intend that it transform something in you just like it did me. And to step into the questions, how can I be in more of unconditional love to the self today? How can I be in more unconditional love to others today? Let that expand you today. And that will release many of the anxieties. That will release many of the addictiveness to our past identities. So this all ties together really of the unconditional love that we can give ourselves in the world. And if you knew that you doing that would transform the energy around you and other people around you, what's better? And back to this thing of the things we want to manifest, what would be better than to feel this complete wholeness of unconditional love and acceptance? I get to be free to be me, energy in you. Like I said, the rest is just the cherry on top. And we're missing the point if we're not becoming free internally, because well-being, health starts in the mind. Regardless of what anyone will say out there, the next biohacking thing, the self-care thing, if you're doing it and feeling stuck inside, not good enough, none of that's going to matter. So start here. Be gentle and kind to yourself. And maybe after this, you roll around the ground, you make some sounds, and you do some wiggles, and you meet yourself there, and you just allow yourself, you don't judge yourself. Or the next time that you do something you know you judge yourself for, what would it be like to not? And to go, okay, cool. Did this thing. And being grateful. Again, judgment cannot survive with gratitude. So being grateful that you are just doing the best you can with what you're doing right now, what you know. And again, control, being curious. right? The family was not trying to control their kid. They were staying curious. The family was not judging. They were being in gratitude that the child was doing whatever it needed to do to express itself. Let's tap more into that energy, that frequency that will set our souls free, just like it did for that kid. There is so much love here for you. And as always, you got this. And there's so many things that I offer here. Of course, the podcast, but also my YouTube channel that now has over 1,000 videos for you for deep dive teaching content for you to set your soul free. It's there for you. I lead group containers that are just incredible and powerful, that people witness their own shifts occurring with even everyone else sharing their stucknesses, that we shift together so many in such a quick lightning speed at such a deep level. And also, of course, I do one-on-one work to get you more free because, again, what's the ultimate thing that you're going to invest in? I don't know what's more powerful than investing in your own mind and well-being and not letting ego, fears, doubt to even receive and to show up for you get in the way of your ultimate freedom and to end your ultimate suffering so that you can experience life the way you desire. So I am sending you all of this and more of intending that this continues to bring you more home to you, freeing your mind, freeing your soul. Knowing that you are always whole and complete, and lack is just an illusion. Tap more into that energy of the unconditional love and light that you are, that you be. And again, you're just here to remember. I'll see you next time.